What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for an end-of-year special, and we have got some very special guests in the building with us. It's been a hot minute. Just Vibes, Banks, both in the building. How are we doing, guys? We good?
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm all right. I'm good. Thank you for having us, sir.
It's always good to see you both.
I appreciate it.
It's always good to see you both, man. It's always good. It's been a little while as well. Obviously, people have been busy. We've been all trying to crack on and get some content out there. First of all, congrats on both of you on the growth. It's been a very exciting year for everyone, I think, in regards to just growth and pushing channels forward and things like that. It's really, really exciting to see. But I did have to bring you back for the end-of-year special version of Higher or Lower, which is obviously a game show you have both appeared on individually, but today you're going up against each other. How do you feel about it?
Come on, let's do this. Get me. Oh. Easy peasy, I'm joking.
I can't believe the year's already done. Like, what's going on, man?
It's been a very, very quick year. It's gone by very, very quickly. Like, mega quickly.
Yeah.
So what, we're gonna be choosing higher or lower on each track, like the top tracks of the year?
Yeah. So I'll run through the rules. I've gone through basically and made a list of 21 of what I believe to be the sort of most popular, most sort of talked about tracks of this year within Afrobeats as a sound. And you'll be able to see them on screen. Our viewers will be able to see them on the screen as well. So we're going to open up with this one, so you can see on screen currently, as long as you've got it set up right your end. WizKid, Money and Love is currently on 6.858 million streams on Spotify. These are stats based on Spotify. What you two have to do is guess whether the next track is going to be higher or lower in streams. I'll let you know what the track is going to be, and it's up to you two to decide who's going to go first. And you're going to be going against each other. It's going to be up to 10 points each, and it's going to be whoever gets the most points wins. So there we go. Who's going to go first?
Ladies first. Ladies first.
You're going to go first, Viv. So the next track, the next track that I need to know whether it's higher or lower on is Kiz Daniel and Techno Booga. Is there more streams on Booga or Money and Love?
Oh, my bad. Booga, 100%.
Gonna go Booga? Okay. Any reason why?
It was like one of the biggest songs in Africa.
Okay.
Like during the summer. So yeah.
Well, the answer is correct. It is 35 million streams on Booga so far. So Viv, you have 1 point out of your potential 10. Banks, next track on this listing is Asake with Terminator. Are we going higher or lower on Terminator?
What? Wait, so it's Terminator higher than Booga?
Yeah, is Terminator higher or lower than Booga?
Oh, definitely lower.
You're gonna go definitely lower. You sure?
Yeah,
100%. You are correct. 14 million on Terminator, which is a weighty amount of streams, but they're not actually matching up at all to how big Booga was, which was obviously one of the biggest drops of the year. It's 1-1 moving into the second round. It's heating up, and I'm liking the sound of this so far. I need to get some clapping sound effects and stuff going on for when the things come out. Okay, next one. This one I can tell you is close, and that's the clue. What is higher, Terminator or Ruger Girlfriend? What is higher?
I'm gonna say low. Oh, I don't even know. Okay, I'm gonna say lower.
You're gonna say lower? Sure. Final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. You are correct. There's only, I think, 700k between the two of them. Obviously, Ruger was released quite a bit earlier than Terminator, I believe. I think that was about a month and a half difference. So there's quite a cool block there. But there we go. Viv, you're on 2 points out of 2 so far. It's about to get very tight, I think, because it's all about to get very, very, very close. We're going to go on to the next one then for Banks. Victini and Tempo, Soweto. Does that have more or less streams than Ruger Girlfriend?
It has more.
It has more. Okay, is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Final answer.
You are correct, sir. 2-2, 18 million streams on Soweto. This is going to be really interesting, because if you both get 10 out of 10, I don't know how we're going to resolve it. We'll just have to settle it. Leave it as a draw.
Ladies first, usual. I'll just let
right, the next...
18 million, like what Terminator had. That's crazy.
Yeah. Soweto, Terminator had 14, and Soweto actually has 18. So Soweto has more than Terminator.
Okay.
Which is kind of crazy. There's a few on here that I was surprised at the amount. But coming up next, Viv, your third question. Mavens, Overloading. Are there more or less streams on Overloading or on Soweto?
Overload was in the charts for a while. Soweto wasn't, was it?
No, Soweto I'd say was more viral though.
It just went on TikTok. So whether they actually streamed the song, TikTok doesn't count as a stream. It's on Spotify.
These are Spotify specific stats, yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Overload. Oh, but 18 million is a lot. Okay, I'm gonna say Overload was. Banks, your eyes are scaring me, man. Overload. I swear it was on the charts for like weeks and weeks. All right, I'm gonna say it's higher.
You're gonna say Overloading's higher?
Yeah.
Okay, you are correct. 21 million on Overloading, which is nuts, the amount of that they actually managed to hit with that one. So there we go. 3 out of 3 for Viv. Banks, we've got another tight one here. I can say these two are moderately close. Fireboy, DML, and Ashake with Bandana. Are there more or less streams on Bandana or on Overloading?
There's less.
You're going to say less?
Yep, sir.
Okay, and you are incorrect. The first incorrect answer of the day. 26 million on Bandana from Fireboy, DML, and Ashake, which is a crazy amount. And I feel this next bit's going to be where the numbers change significantly, I'd say. I'm going to be interested to see what people say. So coming up next, we do have Viv to get 4 out of 4. Burna Boy, last. Are there more or less?
More.
You gonna say more?
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite an obvious one. It is one of the more obvious ones on there. 170 mil on last. So there's a big jump here for streaming numbers. Viv takes 4 out of 4. Banks needs to claw one back here, sir. Rema, Calm Down. More or less streams on Rema, Calm Down on Spotify specifically?
I would say more.
You're going to go more? Is that your final answer?
Yes, sir.
And you are correct. 202 million streams on Rema's Calm Down on Spotify this year, which is an absolute phenomenon. Oh, I love that. That's fire. I didn't even clock that. That's fire. But yeah, a huge tune. Calm Down, one of the biggest in recent years for sure. Moving forward then, back to Viv. This is to maintain the 100% record. Feels and Buju, Finesse, more or less streams than Calm Down?
Less.
Gonna say less?
Yeah.
75 mil on Finesse, which is still a very, very high amount of streams for that one. But there we go. Coming up next then, Banks, A-Star, Rush, higher or lower?
It's lower than Finesse. Yeah, it's lower than Finesse.
Gonna go lower?
Yeah.
You are correct. 19 million on Rush, which, considering how recently that came out, I think is doing incredibly well streaming-wise. When you look at the other ones that are all sat on around sort of that 18 million mark, they've all been out for a hot minute. But again, A-Star absolutely killing it. Moving into the next one then, Ashake and Burna Boy Sungba, the official remix. Higher or lower? You gonna say higher? Sorry, your mic cut out.
Sorry, higher.
Higher?
Yeah.
24 mil on the Sungba remix, which is actually a little bit lower than I thought it would be when I was doing these stats. I thought that one would be up in the sort of 35, 40s, but it wasn't. So interesting stuff. Viv, you are on, I believe, 6 out of 6, and Banks, you're on 5 out of 6. You're on 4 out of 5 so far. This is to make it 5 out of 6. And your next one is Oxlade, Colosa. Higher or lower on the Spotify stream specifically?
It's higher on the Spotify streams. Yeah, it's higher.
And you are correct. 111 million on Oxlade's Colosa, which out of the ones we've heard so far makes it the 3rd highest. Obviously with Calm Down being in the lead and Last being the follow-up. So there we go. Actually cracked me up sometimes. Okay, coming up next then, back to Viv on this one. Feels and Davido, Electricity. How many are there more or less in comparison to Colosa? Are there more or less?
Of course less.
Of course less. And you are correct. 11 million on Electricity, which is, again, good streaming numbers. I think for a tune that very much popped and then sort of quietened down quite quickly from what we saw. But again, we're going to move forward and we're going to start to motor through these because there's a lot of very, very close ones coming up. Next up, Young John, Extra Cool. More or less streams on Young John, Extra Cool. Banks.
More.
You're going to go more on Extra Cool.
Yeah.
It's actually nearly half as So it is less is the correct answer on that one. Which is, again, I found it a surprise. Obviously, that was a huge tune. And I actually thought it was more kind of widely received than Electricity. But there we go. Young John, Extra Cool on his breakout year, approaching 6 million on that one on his biggest tune of the year. So there we go. Viv, you have a chance to, I think, you might be able to seal it here in the next couple if you want to take the dub and you want to take the win. The next one on here is Blackbones, Back in Uni. Are there more or less streams on Back in Uni or Extra Cool?
Oh, I'm gonna say less. Lower.
You're gonna say lower?
Yeah.
And you are correct. Only 1.8 million on Spotify for Back in Uni, which I find bizarre considering how popular it was. But then again, the video does play a big part in it, so I presume a lot of the time people are watching the video alongside the tune perhaps, and people are streaming it via different platforms. But again, this is one that really did surprise me. Coming up next then, we are going back to Banks. Viv, I think are you on 7 out of 7? I think you are.
Yeah, I think I am.
Fair play. I would not be in that position, and I made the list. I'd be nowhere near. All right, Banks.
Yeah.
This is
Some of hers were pretty.
Yeah. You could have gone first, sir. You could have gone first.
I know. I just wanted to put some stain on it, you know, just to be okay. Yeah.
Okay, coming up next, Omar Lay, I'm a Mess. More or less streams than Blackbones, Back in Uni?
More. More streams than Back in Uni, yeah.
Gonna go more. The answer is correct. 15.5 million on I Am a Mess, which I think is a really, really high number. Again, it was an album that kind of had a mixed reception, I feel. But again, really, really popular on the streaming sites. I had a little look through that whole project, actually, and it is doing pretty well in regards to streaming numbers. I think it's one of those sort of slow burners of albums, which is just slowly becoming more and more kind of naturalized as it goes. Okay, Viv, next one for you. WizKid, Bad to Me. More or less than Omar Lay, I'm a Mess?
Ooh, Bad to Me. I don't know if it hit 15 million, you know. Bangs, why are you laughing like you know the answer?
No, I'm laughing because the question is higher or lower, more or less. And she's like, I don't know. Why are you asking us again? Just give us the answer.
No. Well, I'm trying to talk to the universe.
I know, I could tell.
I'm gonna say that Bad to Me had higher streams.
You're gonna say higher?
Yeah.
And you are incorrect. 12.8 million. So the door has been opened for a last-minute surge comeback, and it's going to be very interesting to see how these go. Next up, Banks. Your next one is Kiz Daniel, Cough. Are there more or less streams on Cough than on Bad to Me?
More.
Going to say more?
Yes,
He's fumbled it. He's fumbled the bag. 8.8 million on Cough, so the answer is lower significantly. But there it is. I found that one. I found that one quite surprising as well, to be honest, considering how much that one blew up. But there we go. The last ones for both of you. We are then going to go into a Burna Boy track, which is It's Plenty. More or less on It's Plenty. Remember, these are Spotify-specific streaming numbers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say more. I'm gonna say it's higher.
You say higher?
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, it's higher.
It's more. It's more for me as well. It's more. Yeah,
it's definitely more. 34.7 mil on that one. So very, very big difference in that one. And you then have the final one of the day for Banks, which is Crayon, Laba Laba. More or less on Crayon's Laba Laba than It's Plenty.
It's more. It's more.
You're going to say more? Only 6.6 mil on Lava Lava on Spotify as we round off. So there we go. There we go. And that draws us to a close. I believe that is Viv on 9 out of 10 and Banks on 6 out of 10. A very interesting score. Again, it is what it is. Guys, thank you both for coming on.
That tells you I don't do Spotify, guys. Anyone that knows I don't do Spotify. But yeah. No, it's a good one. That was a good vibe.
It's always kind of fun to look at. Are there any surprises on there for you in regards to sort of streaming numbers, one that sort of threw you off?
No, not at all. Actually, everything was like, oh, it makes sense. It's Spotify. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people don't use Spotify. That's the truth. You know, especially if it's Afrobeats. A lot of African listeners like use Audio Mac, SoundCloud, like free Boom Play and all this. You know, Spotify just got into the continent like maybe let's say roughly 2 years ago, and was mainly used a year and a bit. So yeah, I understand.
Yeah, interesting.
If we were doing Audio Mac numbers, then that would be crazy. It would not be the same, but yeah.
It might be an interesting thing to do that maybe for next year's one, actually switch it up and do Audio Mac numbers specifically rather than Spotify numbers, because the answers are all going to be completely different, and then maybe one time you do YouTube numbers specifically as well. They're going to be entirely different. So there we go.
Yeah,
I've got to say that, guys, thank you both for coming on, and obviously I wish you both a very merry kind of festive period, and I hope you both have some wicked time off.
Instead of he was about to say Merry Messi. Oh wait, no,
Merry Messi. Yeah. I've been watching too much of the World Cup, mate. That's what it is. Too much of the World Cup.
Same here.
But again, guys, make sure you do go and follow both of these guys on their channels. Incredible content creators. I watch near enough every video they both put up, and everyone's doing numbers right now, so it'll be good if you can go and follow everything they're doing. Make sure you subscribe to this channel as well, and we shall catch you all next time. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and peace.
Sounding so good right now. My sounding a Brighton town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, Corp Cam TV. Stay locked.